I'm from local Vietnam, and I'm going to tell you what to expect from 2 week trip through northern Vietnam.
Before I tell you all about this trip, I'll first briefly explain who we are. Local Vietnam is a half Western and half Vietnamese travel agency. We really are local. Our whole team is based in Vietnam, and we are also fully specialized in Vietnam. Therefore, what we can offer you is that we can fully customize this tour to your wishes. Whether you have specific hotel needs, want to extend or shorten your trip, a different destination or tour, anything is possible. And we don't charge extra for changes. Another advantage of our local presence is that you have direct contact with us during your trip. In Hanoi, you will meet someone from local Vietnam, and we give a free SIM card with this tour so you can keep in touch via WhatsApp anytime, anywhere. We are in the same time zone, and because we arrange everything ourselves without intermediaries, we can solve any problems ourselves and answer and adjust any questions or changes during your trip immediately. Now, let's dive a little deeper into this round trip. North Vietnam is my favorite region, where you can really travel around for weeks while still not getting bored and seeing everything. In this 2-week trip, you will visit my absolute highlights, the most impressive landscapes, high mountains, terraced rice fields, small traditional villages of ethnic minorities, and also local markets of them. By focusing only on this region, you will see and experience much more. This trip is especially suitable for people who love traditional cultures, beautiful mountain landscapes, and photography. This trip will take you through northern Vietnam. If you are looking for little rain and mild temperatures, choose the autumn period, from late September through November, or the spring period, from February through April. During winter, there is also little rain, but it can be chilly, and in the mountains there is more chance of fog. Summer is the time when there is the most rain, but it is also the most beautiful time of the year. Be prepared for heavy showers, but they are often short. There is plenty of sunshine, but mostly beautiful scenery, with large waterfalls, green jungles, and it is the best time of year to see the rice fields. In my opinion, the combination to a Ha Giang with Cao Bang included in this trip takes you through the very most beautiful areas of Vietnam. However, you will be on the road a lot. If you prefer not to travel that much, choose only Ha Giang. If you prefer to be more active, consider spending more time in Sapa, Phu Luong, or Ninh Binh. This tour will take you to Sapa, a beautiful area and highlight of many of our travelers. But would you like to visit a more remote area where there are fewer tourists? Then Phu Luong could be a good alternative. This region is smaller and offers fewer activities, but the incredibly peaceful atmosphere and beautiful scenery may be a good reason to consider it. In Phu Luong, there are also 2 rice harvesting seasons, one in spring and one in summer, while in Sapa there is only one in summer. This tour lets you see a lot in the time you have in Vietnam. It offers you a wealth of impressions and you make the most of your days. But if possible, I recommend adding an extra day or 2 days, or even more, to this trip. For example, you can take an extra day of rest at the beach, explore a town, or enjoy stunning mountain views. We can advise you exactly where best to plan your extra days. This tour includes trekking, for which you really don't have to be extremely fit. But if you have mobility problems or doubt whether you can handle this, please let us know. We can arrange an alternative or a completely private tour adapted to your capabilities.
I'm going to show you the entire trip now. And again, remember that we can still modify everything about this trip.
Upon arrival in Hanoi, a personal transfer awaits you to take you directly to your hotel in the heart of the Old Quarter. In Hanoi, you can explore the chaotic charm of the Old Quarter, with scooters and street stalls everywhere in the narrow old streets. It can be overwhelming, but something you must have experienced at least once. In the evening, you go on a unique street food tour with a local guide. It is one of the most fun ways to explore Hanoi and learn about the culture, while also safely tasting the best local dishes. In Sapa, the highlight is the world-famous terraced rice fields, and the best way to explore them is with a trekking tour. A local guide will take you past beautiful viewpoints. You will also walk through villages of ethnic minorities where people in their beautiful clothes live in a very traditional way, as if time has stood still here for more than 100 years. Depending on your fitness level and wishes, there are several options, such as a private walk or with a small group, a short trek or long trek. There are even multi-day trekking where you stay overnight in a local homestay of ethnic minorities. These are very basic homes, so don't expect luxury, but it gives you a unique insight into the life of the people here. At this point of your Vietnam trip, you will take one of the most breathtaking road trips in all of Asia. You'll start in Ha Giang, where you'll explore Vietnam's most beautiful mountain area, drive over huge mountain passes, visit scenic viewpoints, and stop every 10 minutes of driving to take another picture of the scenery. It is also the region with the highest number of ethnic minority groups in Vietnam. These people here live very traditionally. They live in houses made of clay, wood, or in stilt houses. They wear colorful traditional clothes, and they do old crafts. One of the most fun things to do in Ha Giang is also to visit an ethnic minority market or stay overnight at ethnic minorities' homes. You continue your journey through Cao Bang province. The first stretch is long, but it takes you through some of the most remote areas of Vietnam. Few other travelers come here. The landscapes are still amazing, and you drive through less visited villages where you can see authentic rural life. The highlight for many travelers is the Gioc Waterfall. This huge multi-level waterfall stands on the border between Vietnam and China. Since this is a private tour, you can take all the time you need to explore the waterfall. Through a scenic road, you will eventually arrive at Ha Bay Lake, Vietnam's largest natural lake. After driving through mountains for several days, this is a pleasant change of activities. Here you will explore the lake on a peaceful boat ride and enjoy the peace and quiet before heading back to Hanoi. For many people, the iconic Ha Long Bay is high on their Vietnam bucket list, but in this trip, we take you to Lan Ha Bay. This bay is next to Ha Long Bay, is just as beautiful, probably even more beautiful, but most importantly, it is much less touristy. By the way, another advantage is that it is next to Cat Ba, but I'll get to that in a moment. In Lan Ha Bay, you take a beautiful cruise through the bay with many mountains and giant rocks. The water here is very calm, so you don't have to worry about getting seasick. You can swim here, and you will take a kayak trip to explore hidden lagoons. In the evening, sip a delicious cocktail on the deck as you watch the sun go down. Since many of our travelers find it a bit too much to spend 3 days and 2 nights on a cruise, we have created a unique tour for this round trip by combining Lan Ha Bay with Cat Ba, the largest island in area of Ha Long. In fact, on Cat Ba, you can enjoy biking over flat terrain and short treks through the national park, where you can spot wild monkeys and enjoy viewpoints. This gives you a bit more to do and see than just a cruise. But should you not want to do this or have difficulty walking, we can easily adjust this to cruise only. This trip finally ends in Hanoi. Here you get a private transfer to the airport for your international flight back.
Do you have any question, or would you like to customize something on this trip? Please feel free to contact us. Hope to see you in beautiful Vietnam.